are very advanced users, and some of them are probably using for last 1 year. So maybe some things may be boring, but you have to. We are trying to accommodate everyone in this sort of a seminar. And this is a seminar. It's not a training as such that you don't expect. We will show you a feature. This feature is available in Tally, okay? And then we can take up from there how do you want to implement, etc. So don't expect too detailed. We are trying to show. There is a lot to cover in the 2-hour session that we have projected out, 2.5 hours. We'll try to show as much as possible in this session. Next slide, please. Okay, so I want to introduce the team that we are here today. I'm just myself, Shakil. Mitesh, can you stand up, please? So he is our head of Tally department. Fatma, can you stand up, please? She is our Tally coordinator. Then we have Zamin Devji. Yeah, he is also a Tally support team. Nehal, please. She's also a Tally staff coordinator. We have Mohammed Amin from payroll, BFD. Then we have Regina. Where is Regina? Oh, she's here. Okay, she's our marketing team. She's one who takes all my videos. Alicia, she's also a marketing team here. She's going to take YouTube live. This session will be recorded, so you can go back. And then finally we have Shivam. I just saw Shivam. Oh, Shivam, you're there. Yeah, a lot of people know Shivam there. Okay, yeah. So this is a team that we are here today to help you out for any things that you require. Okay, we go back to business. Okay. So the agenda for the day, this is what we want to try to cover. Why should we move? Of the people who still are on ERP. So why you should move to TallyPrime? Okay. The next topic will be Tally with cloud and browser access. Tally for VAT compliance, VFD solutions. The new thing that we want to show is Tally transactions via mobile app. Few areas that we can probably share: approvals, workflow. A lot of people ask us about manufacturing. So the special module will take care of manufacturing, project management within TallyPrime, how you can handle it. A lot of advanced management reports. Some are ready within Tally, some are customized reports that we will share. So you can learn that this thing reports can be done within Tally. Then we will look at some of the latest features. There is a release 6 just came out today only. We'll just explain you with time allows what's there in the previous few versions of TallyPrime also. And the final one, for those who are existing clients of payroll, we are going to showcase our new payroll software, which is a web-based one. So that is going to be our agenda. And then finally, the last part will be lunch. That's there for you. Okay. Okay. So this is the overall what we are going to do. So we move back to business. Why move to TallyPrime? Okay. Yeah. So this is our response. Currently, we can see there are 30% of people who are still in this crowd who are probably present here are still on ERP. Okay. When you are used with a software, so I'm used to Control X, Control A, or Alt C, Alt A. You know that fear is always there with us. Anytime a software is moved, we always see these challenges. The fear is there. So one thing I want to assure every one of you who are using ERP, if you are using certain way in ERP, that thing is available in Prime. You will not change the way you are operating. If you are using Alt C in ERP, in Prime, that functionality will be there for you. 99%, the good thing about Tally is it's been there, all the functionality which is there. I'm using Tally for almost over 30 years. Okay? Even more than 30 years probably now. Okay? And I've been using a version of 4.5. You know, I tell this boys, some of them, that I started using Tally before you're born, a lot of you. Okay, so I know most of this functionality is there. So one thing I want to assure you, if you to thinking of TallyPrime, don't think that, oh, I'm using this one. Will it be difficult for me? No. It will be always easy. So, those who are not using Prime, ERP, why, one of the key questions people ask me, give me one good reason that why should I move to TallyPrime? Okay, let's move. So these are our expectations. People, when we ask them what's enough, so I think so overall everyone wanted to know most of the things. So we'll try to do justice to all the agendas that we have planned out. Next slide. Okay. So this is now, why should we move to TallyPrime? Okay, now let's go and show people, those who have not seen TallyPrime. I know 70% of people here have seen TallyPrime. Now, okay, so this is TallyPrime. One thing, there are ERP users here. It's okay, there's nothing wrong if you're using ERP. Okay, yes. Okay, so this is the TallyPrime screen. One of the biggest things that why you should move is in Tally ERP, you can't multitask. An example, you are doing a voucher entry and suddenly someone enters and asks you a report or a statement. Within Tally ERP, you can't do that one. Is anyone can do for me? It's a challenge. In ERP, we can't do it, right? Those who use ERP. One of the things in TallyPrime is you can do multitask. It means I can do a voucher entry. Let's move to a voucher entry. We are making a voucher entry. Okay, and then someone enters. You are making a big voucher entry, and someone enters. Normally in ERP, you have to close down or finish. There are two things you can do, right? In TallyPrime, no, you don't need to. You can just move, remain wherever it is. You go to, and say you want to see a cash book, and you can see your cash book. And then the voucher which you have started, it's remain there. You can just go and continue the voucher. Go back to the voucher, see this voucher is still there. And that's one basic thing I feel that makes our life so much easier why you move to TallyPrime. Okay? I'm also going to show you other functionalities within that. So the go-to switch here, a lot of times I ask few questions. If I want to see statistics within Tally ERP, you have to remember the command. Display, I don't even remember, I'm still forgetting now. But with TallyPrime, it's so easier because you can just go to, and type statistics there, and there is it. You don't need to remember the menu, which in all the time we have to remember where is the statistics or a report specific. An example, stock query. Okay? A very common people, those who are using inventory, stock query, right? So again, come back, you just type here stock query, and there you go. So you don't need to remember the command. The location of the menu where this particular report is. Okay? But again, as I told you, if I used to with that ERP, you can still go and use the menu. You are not restricted not to use the menu. That functionality of the menu still remains there, but the go-to function has been added on it. That's one of the biggest things that we should, okay? The other thing is, within Tally ERP, you have to remember, for example, you have to access your data of Tally. You have to remember the path, okay? Type manually the path. With TallyPrime, for example, you're selecting a company, okay? You can browse like a Windows browsing, you can go up, select a drive without, and he's using a mouse. He's not using a keyboard or anything. So you can go up, select, move around. You can browse. Unlike the ERP, you could not do these things. Okay? So that's another reason why you should move to Tally ERP. Okay. One of the interesting things so for example, reports. A lot of times there reports, you modify a report. So let's say you have a report of stock query. Can you see the stock query report? Stock report, stock summary. Okay, now this is a summary, and then you want to see each item. Now this is the common stock items you use every now and then. I use 2 steps to get this report, or 3 steps maybe. I can save this report. Every time I want this report, I don't need to use this 3 step. So any report that you're doing, whether using a filtration or anything, so can you save this report for me? So this is saved, and you can say stock summary daily. So I'm now saving the name of this report. Okay, now you can go to function, go to show that report, stock summary, and it comes directly. So you don't need to, again, every time you have a report that you use regularly, you save it. You can save the report. That's, again, one more reason why you should move to TallyPrime. Okay. One of the things that we always used to do is, I mean, all of you are using Excel, I'm sure, right? Right? And if you're using ERP, copy paste, right? What do? Alt, Control, C, right? You have to remember the command. And what is the command of Excel? Copy C, Control V. Control C, Control V, right? So you can apply the same command now in TallyPrime. You don't need to use the Control Alt step here. So here I can use the same Control C, and here Control V. I can use Control C and Control V here. I don't need to remember the other command which used to be there in ERP. Okay? So this is other reason that we should. Okay. One of the things that you will see in TallyPrime is the top menu there. It's no more in the side now. So the top menu is here where you want to import. For example, you're doing a transaction. Let's do, Zamin, can we move? You're doing a transaction. Okay, and now you remember you have to print a statement. Okay, again, multifunction, multitask, you can go to print and see current other reports. Say you want to print, you can move up there. So that's the other advantage of top menu. Okay, how many of you are using multi-companies, like you have 3-4 companies you're handling at a time? Couple of you? And then in ERP, same companies with corrections. So make sure you do this setting for you to be able to use the same password. Okay? Okay. Next slide, please, for me. Okay. For those, again, this slide, the next slide, can you just show that next slide, please? For those who are advanced users who have been using for a long time, I know this slide would not be applicable to you. For those who are new, a lot of people, they don't remember this shortcut, so we always help them to give this shortcut key. I want to show you a few of this shortcut key. You can I got this slide. I want to show you what is the advantage of this. It's a very common command that it's very helpful a lot of times. And it works for both ERP and TallyPrime. Okay. Now I'll show you and tell you how I'm going to apply. I want you, okay, go back. Okay, can you show the screen again? Okay. Okay. In Tally ER there, you go to voucher. Okay. Now you come down. So for example, now in Tally ERP, you can see on top there create. Previously, that option was not there. I mean, you have to remember the shortcut key to create a master, for example, a ledger that you want to create, or a stock item. We are still used to Alt-C, the command, right? Okay, so Alt-C here, if you don't remember, but in TallyPrime, they've given you the option to create here. You don't need to remember the shortcut key now. For those who are new users, you don't need to remember. So I still use Alt-C until today. I'm so used to it, Alt-C. So here you want to create a master of 5 vouchers, and that ledger was not there. So you have to close the whole voucher, go and create the voucher. I said, no, you can use the shortcut key. So the shortcut key here is, for example, just come out from here, Alt-C. See, when you do Alt-C, you create stock item, ledger, whatever you can create here. You don't need to come out of that voucher. Okay? Now the Alt-C, the interesting thing that Alt-C is used in 2 places. Go back to voucher. And I am not surprised, a lot of people, they don't know. Go. Okay, can you continue? Type. Okay. Invoice 256,000. And you have to have a bifurcated, the VAT amount separately and this one's. So a lot of times people will open the calculator and do it, right? Am I right or not? Yeah. That's what we do, right? Okay, so you know, in Tally there is a built-in calculator. How do you use? So when you are here, the same command Alt-C. How do you use here? So here, can you do all calculator? So a calculator will open. So now I can say 256. Down there, if you can see those, you can see 256,000 divided by 1.18, for example. Okay, enter. The amount comes out automatically after. Okay? Sorry?
What is the command?
Command is Alt-C. The same command when you want to create a new ledger, the same command, but that one will only work with the amount section. When in amount section, Alt-C, the calculator will be used.
You have to Alt-C in amount section, then calculator.
A calculator will open for you.
Put the enter, the open figure.
The figure will come there. Yeah, for example, I want to do another figure, say, okay, and I want to say 1000 times 2750. So Alt-C again, 1000 times 2750. The amount came to automatically up there. Okay, again, for those who are all users, I've been repeating this one in every seminar, but as I did say, there are a lot of new Tally users, so the initial part may be boring for those who are expert users, okay, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who will benefit from this session also. Okay, can we go to the daybook? You have any entries? Okay. So now this entry, I want to duplicate it. Same entry, I want to repeat it again. Okay? So there is a command which I showed you. So if you say Alt-2, this entry will get duplicated again. You can recreate the same entry again. The command shortcut key is Alt-2. Okay? Now the other entry, the other shortcut key I want to show you. Can we go to the voucher posting again? Top bar, yeah. Show the top bar. Okay, so there is a function. There is a settings. Okay, so there is this another option. A lot of people don't know that you can have this shortcut keys, removing lines, cancel vouchers. Can you see? So you need to go and do a setup. A lot of people don't get this menu a lot of times. They ask us, why I don't see that menu? So again, to get this menu, go to F1 Help, Settings, Display. And you see there is a display show button bar. You say yes. That's where you will get that menu which is coming down. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. So now you want to go down. So there is a command called page up. Okay, can you do page up? It's working. This is page up. So page up, see when you do page up, you can go, you can see 30 vouchers at the time you're moving up. Page down, if you have a lot of entries there, this one will help you. Page up, page down. Okay, last few shortcuts I want to show you. Can we go back? Okay. So normally a lot of times that we are doing a voucher entry, and basically, you start this voucher. Medical expense, for example. Payment, yeah. Now, once you put this amount, you don't want to press enter, enter, enter. So to save the command without going all the enter, what is the shortcut key? Alt, Control A. So when you use Control A, the voucher will save automatically. You don't need to press enter, enter, enter all the way until down. Control A, the voucher will save automatically. With this one, I think so. We are done with the first part of our agenda. Okay, so now our second part of the agenda is TallyCloud. A lot of people are excited about TallyCloud. They want to know what's there in TallyCloud, what's happening. Okay, so what we are going to cover in these sessions will show you practically how TallyCloud works. We are going to show you VFD, what's there in our VFD, what happens, benefits with VFD. One of the things is you can access anywhere. You don't need to have your application installed in your computer. Okay. Solutions for it. One is we can host your data for you on TallyCloud, or you can even host yourself. We have a solution. We have few clients. They have their own data, and we give them the full cloud solutions. So as long as now, when we say cloud, it's using a web browser to access your data. Web browser. Okay, that is your Google Chrome or anywhere. Now, it can even be, for example, one of the questions came in during the seminar. I want to use MacBook for my Tally. Is it possible? Yes. With this hosted solution, the one you hosted, there's an application, we have it, which we make your server, which is their existing server,